Bifrost has made it in the top 5. Finally, we're really waiting for this moment, and I'm sure you were too if you have contributed to Bifrost as I have. And I'm super hyped about this. Now we don't know when we're going to get the distribution, but it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, but when we finally get that distribution, it will be 50% unlocked. Now in today's video, we'll also talk about Karura because they've been listed on 4 different exchanges today now that transfers have been enabled. If you don't already know that, you will find out in today's video that the transfers have been enabled for Karura, thankfully. And they are listed, but unfortunately the price is not what we thought it's going to be, right? Today is actually the worst day of the market since the start of the bull run because the price of Bitcoin has crashed and then all the altcoins have dropped significantly. So even so, Karura is not doing too bad, but we'll talk about that in a moment. And we'll also talk about the next parachain auctions, which is going to be leases 6 to 10. That's what we're going to expect. And apparently there are discussions, but not confirmed, that they're going to resume sometime in August. Now, they're not going to be on the 23rd of July, as we've seen with the Kusama calendar. Apparently, that's not correct. It's not accurate. I don't know why, but it is what it is. And we do need to wait until August. So yes, we are going to see these remaining projects take part in August. And I do expect Basilisk to return all of the KSM that has been contributed, as well as everything else, Robonomics and so on. I believe that they may keep them, I'm not sure, for up to, I think I read somewhere that it's like 4 or 5 weeks from the time you contribute, and if they don't win, then they return them. But I'm not sure now that these 5 auctions are over and we're gonna need to wait for the 6th auction. I don't know if they're gonna return them because it's gonna be like 5 weeks already. So it could be that we're going to get the contributions back and then we can recontribute. So I really do think that Basilisk are going to take the 6th spot. We've seen the power of Basilisk. We've seen that Karura is going to integrate Basilisk.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
So that's definitely a bullish sign for Basilisk and for Hydra DX, because that would mean that Hydra DX is going to get integrated into Akala network. And as you know, Akala and Karura are the largest DeFi dApps of the Kusama and Polkadot ecosystem. So who do we expect for the 6th to 10th auction? So like I said, Basilisk are likely going to take the 6th auction, but then for the 7th auction, I do think that Robonomics are going to take it, followed by Altair for the 8th auction. Now, I do think that Gen Shiro have a good shot for the 9th auction, just because they're more hyped than Polkasmith. Like, a lot more people are talking about Gen Shiro and they have a bigger community. So even though you may not see the contributions here that would basically tell you that it would have a chance, it doesn't mean that it's not going to change. I mean, you've seen what happened with Basilisk. You've seen it. If you watch this, you already know that Basilisk went from 30,000 contributed to over 100,000 in a matter of 2 days. So yeah, sure, Polkasmith could do the same. But what if Gen Shiro turns the table? So yeah, personally, I think that Gen Shiro are going to take the 9th. And then for the 10th position, I think it's going to be a tight game between Polkasmith and Cross Shadow. I don't know if Darwinia Crop can make it. It's probably going to be a struggle. Apparently, people are not interested in the Bitcoin giveaway, and I'm not sure why. People want something else, right? People want something new. So I don't know why. It is what it is. Unfortunately, unless the Darwinia team are going to think of a new strategy to possibly attract people, maybe some referral scheme as well. It seems that referral schemes have worked really well in these contributions, in these crowd loans. So it could be that by implementing some kind of referral scheme with a bonus, perhaps Darwinia's Crab has an opportunity. But unless that happens, I just don't see them go in between the 6th and the 10th auction here. When they resume. So yes, like I said, Basilisk, Robonomics, Altair, and Gen Shiro. And yeah, who else? Probably Cross Shadow as well, right? Cross Shadow have a good shot because, I mean, they've got 7,200. Polkasmith as well, right? I mean, Polkasmith are definitely going to be above Cross Shadow, but Cross Shadow have a strong community. So if everything else has won the auction, and all that's left is Cross Shadow and Polkasmith, then I could think Cross Shadow could likely take this personally, right? That's what I think. But who knows? I mean, anything could happen. So yeah, that's it about the crowd loans. We'll actually get back to these when they resume. There isn't much point to talk about them anymore, so I'm not going to do any more videos on the crowd loans for the time being. But of course, when they resume, when we get more information on them, then I will be covering that information. But for now, we're going to stop looking at subviz. This is the last video we're actually talking about subviz for a while. Or about the parachain auctions, because it doesn't make sense. So we'll only talk about prices. We'll talk about the updates when it comes to these. So let's talk about Karura here. So Karura, the total supply is 100 million. As you know now, the circulating supply is unknown. Remember, there were some airdrops as part of the festivals that they've held in 2020. So I estimated the circulating supply to be around 18 million, but some people have quoted me that is not correct, because apparently when I did that calculation, I included the max possible reward during those festivals. So because of that, because of the max reward, apparently it doesn't apply, and I've estimated wrong. Like I went to the absolute max, so apparently the supply is lower because not everyone got that max reward. So we're talking maybe around 15 million range, but I have asked Dan Reeser. I just didn't get a reply back yet. He's the vice president of Karura and Akala. So when he replies back to me, I will let you know in a future video. Yeah, unfortunately, the Karura Telegram group is read-only at the moment, so we can only see their tweets or any announcements they make. We cannot actually chat on there, which does make it harder. But if you want to chat about the Polkadot ecosystem, about Karura, if you want to get the latest updates in real time, do join my Telegram group. The link can be found in the pinned comment of this video, by the way. I would very much appreciate it. We have a community of about 500 people. It does fluctuate quite a bit because there are bots as well that tend to come in, and some of them are spammers, you know, have to remove them. So, but yeah, around just under 500 people is the community. So just to get back to this, Karura trading at 399. So it's actually even higher than that on Kraken. As you know, they have announced a listing, and I have actually covered this in a tweet. And also in yesterday's video. So it was actually trading at 470, went up to 480 on Kraken, but unfortunately on KuCoin it didn't match up to it. It's also listed on OKX and also Gate.io. So these are all the exchanges that are supporting the parachain auctions. I can't remember if Gate is supporting it. Maybe they've just listed Karura because they wanted to list one of these top-notch projects, of course. But KuCoin, I mean, if we look on Kraken here, some people have reported that apparently they cannot deposit to Kraken, so I'm not sure why. Let me close this notification. Wow, 520. So again, so the price is actually wrong, as we see there on CoinGecko. It's not up to date, 515. So it's gone up quite a bit now. As you can see, we've got this pop here in the chart on Kraken. It actually went as high as 550, but on KuCoin it was definitely lower. So let's see, why do we have this gap here? The issue is that you cannot actually, people can't seem to deposit on Kraken, so that's why we've got this gap. But you can deposit on KuCoin, right? You went to 460 on KuCoin. I went to 460, and then we had this dump here to 410. So we had this pop here which tried to be close to match up to Kraken, and then we had a dump. So we'll have to see if we're gonna pop back up now to match up to Kraken's 520, because it seems to be pumping on Kraken, but if people can't deposit there, then maybe there's something wrong, right? So I'm not sure if only people that have taken part in the crowd loan using Kraken exchange have access to that Karura, or maybe it just takes a while for KuCoin to catch up, because look, see, we're getting these pops to 420 now on KuCoin. So perhaps it's just taken a while for KuCoin to catch up in terms of arbitrage to Kraken, right? Unless we're going to see a dump on Kraken. So yeah, the supply is low, right? But the market is horrible. The market is doing really bad today. So it's no wonder that the price is struggling, right? We'll have to see if more people are selling or if more people are going to be buying, because remember, over 500,000 KSM have been contributed. So you could expect some selling pressure, but I think many people were hoping for larger prices, myself included. We're looking at $30 was my prediction video. Once it hits exchanges, obviously it's wrong, right? Far off from it, unfortunately, but not 10x below it, right? Not 10x below it, thankfully. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes, and we'll keep an eye out on that. But yeah, I am a bit concerned now with Moon River, because mind that the supply is going to be around 1 million, so it is a very low supply. So hence why you could expect 10x the price of Karura. Karura having 15 million supply, more or less, right? Definitely over 10 million. With 10x less than that, we can only go by what we see with Karura and estimating the current market conditions. Now, if the market conditions get worse, then we could expect a lower price, unfortunately. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm curious to get your thoughts on what you think the Moon River price could be and how high could Karura go up to in the coming days, considering the current market conditions. I mean, how high can the FOMO realistically be? So yeah, let me know in the comments below. And are you hyped about Bifrost winning as well? Let me know about that. I'm curious to get your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.